It's that time of year again.
The end of it?
Which means it's time to highlight our favorite gear of 2023.
Because we test a lot of gear here at Terradrift. Maybe you've seen some of our reviews.
Just a few.
But some of the gear we test ends up kind of turning into our favorite and getting put in the regular rotation of gear that we use on a frequent basis.
Gear that now we just can't see ourselves living without.
So we picked 10 of our favorite items that we tested this year and are gonna share them with you so that you know about all the stuff that passed through the humble Terradrift offices this year.
Starting with the Patagonia R2 Tech Face hoodie. Kind of sounds like an insult a little bit. You tech face.
You gotta say the whole thing though. You tech-faced hoodie?
Okay.
We take gear reviews very seriously here at Terradrift.
Sorry, Patagonia. What do I love about this fleece? Well, it's soft. It's stretchy. It has double chest pockets and 2 pockets on the front.
What's not to love? Frankly, I'm jealous. I think I need one also.
I mean, look at this super soft interior. Ooh, but also a very durable exterior. It's just a great warm layer.
I'd wear the heck out of that.
Super comfy. I'm gonna leave it on.
I would too if I were you. It's a solid article of layering clothing. Next up, the Rad Cirrus 2.0 Flex hoodie, which I am sporting right now because this thing is cozy as a dang sweater. Got those nice stretchy panels on the side so you can really move.
Super flexible.
Super flexible. Unlike me. But what I love so much about this particular zip-up insulated hybrid jacket is, well, it's multifaceted. For starters, it fits like a dang glove. I mean, it just conforms to your body. It's great. The fabric is so soft. Those stretchy panels are perfectly arranged to just offer excellent freedom of motion. It's warm. Frankly, just looks awesome. The instant I put this on, it became my favorite insulating layer. No joke. I've been wearing this everywhere. Oh, and did we mention the hood? What? The hood has stretchy panels, meaning you could, like, do stuff with it on. It's fabulous. Seriously, it's the total package. Comfort, style, warmth, what's not to love?
Next up, we have the M1 Helmet from Senna. M1 meaning mountain or mountain bike. It's more of a mountain bike style helmet. Of course, Senna makes other style helmets,
which we've also tested.
But beyond the obvious design, the thing that's so special about these helmets is the intercom. It's kind of a game changer. Like, when we got our first intercom helmet from Senna, it totally changed the way we rode. We were now able to communicate with each other even if we're 20 feet apart.
Up to a quarter mile, as it so happens.
Whereas in the past, you would have to, like, turn your head and yell behind you, and the person wouldn't hear you half the time, and
then you probably, like, run into a tree.
Yeah, it just wasn't good.
Nobody wants to run into a tree.
No. Another nice feature with these helmets is that you can connect your phone and listen to music, listen to your maps, tell you which direction you need to go. And on top of that, it's USB rechargeable, and you have some handy tail lights.
But it's really the intercom system that makes these helmets so baller. We've reviewed them in more detail. We'll drop a link to that in the description. But if you cycle, yeah, you're gonna want a pair of these.
Oh yeah.
Next up, the Duren X Mid 2. I was extra excited about this tent because A, they can be hard to get your hands on just because it's such a small company that makes them, and it's basically a one-man operation. So if you find a Duren tent available on an online platform, consider yourselves lucky. But mainly I was excited because I have had Gosser Gear's The One tent, which is a trekking pole pitched ultralight one-person tent, for a year or two now, and I really love that thing. I love how light and small it is, and it's eminently packable, but it is only a one-person tent, which means when we go camping or backpacking together, we have to take another one. And another one's probably going to be slightly heavier, which, who wants that?
Yeah.
Ugh. Ultralighter, all the way. So I was stoked to test out the Duren X Mid 2, which is roomier than so many two-person tents and is easy to set up, and frankly, I just love it. I mean, this is the tent that's going in our backpacks when we're, backcountry camping for forever. This is the only one. I'm sorry, Big Agnes Tiger Wall, you're out. It's the X Mid 2 all the way from me.
Speaking of ultralight, next up I have the Diorite carbon fiber trekking poles.
And if we're just throwing trekking poles around there, I mean, I have the Gosser Gear carbon fiber trekking poles. You need at least one pair to pitch that Durston, so, I mean...
It's true.
You might as well talk about trekking poles. But we love these because they're ultralight.
Really ultralight. Now, these are two different designs. One of them uses a twist lock, and the Diorites use a flip lock, which the flip lock on these is probably the easiest I've ever used. And the adjustment, it's just a little thumb screw. Like, super easy.
I will say the Gosser Gears are not that easy. But they are lighter. So if you're willing to give up some ease of use in the name of gram counting, well, then I guess Gosser Gear is the one. Not to be confused with Gosser Gear, the 110. Not the same thing.
No, not the same thing. The difference being the Gosser Gear uses a composite handle and the Diorites use a heavier cork handle.
Just a little bit.
On top of that, you have the extra hardware for the clasps, and on the Gosser Gear, you just have the twist lock, which saves you a little bit of weight.
But they're both excellent trekking poles. I mean, if you are on the market for an ultralight trekking pole, one of these is gonna treat you right.
Oh, yeah.
We can heartily recommend. Next up, the Big Agnes Full Moon Booty. We did just test these out, and I gotta say, I had to include them in content so soon anyway, because I love them. I love them. I'm gonna admit, I am not a gift person. Like, I don't like to receive gifts, even around the holidays. Now, my birthday is a different story. But that said, I just kept thinking as I was testing these out is that if I would have gotten these as a gift, like around the holidays or on my birthday, I would have been so tickled. And I think whoever gave them to me would have become my new favorite person. I don't know. They're just one of those sort of like simple, magical things that's an ultralight booty that you can take backpacking, that keep your feet warm in your tent when you're sleeping in the cold. And they're just wonderful to wear around the house because they're warm and they're high-rise. And they ankles. They're like warm hugs for your feet.
Okay, this is getting a little too sappy.
Seriously, guys, if you want good camp booties, these are the ones. They're the only ones that I'll ever want, ever again. Way to go, Big Agnes. You hit a home run on this one.
Next up, we have my favorite minimalist hiking boots of the year, the Vivo Barefoot Magna Light SG.
They also happen to be my favorite barefoot hiking boot, but that's neither here nor there.
What's really interesting about these is that the ankle, even though it comes up a little bit higher, it's super stretchy, super comfortable, has a nice fabric top, and fairly aggressive tread on the bottom for, you guessed it, soft ground, SG as the name implies. And overall, they really surprised me. They have a nice big toe box, as they should have because they're barefoot shoes. They're very breathable. I didn't have any issues with hot spots or blisters.
I even took them backpacking. Like, these are the boots that I wore on a 3-day 37-mile backpacking trip, and I was happy about that decision.
So if you want to check them out for yourself, we'll drop a link to the review in the description. Highly recommended.
My last piece of gear for this list, because we could go on all day, but we're going to try to limit it to 10, are the Optic Nerve Fixie Sunnies, which do not work over glasses. Let me just do this, hold on a sec. Yeah, there we go. That's because these things rock. I've had some nice big glasses before for, like mountain biking, that I've worn skiing and that sort of thing before I had goggles, and they're great, but these ones I like better. They've got a nice adjustable nose bridge piece. The earpieces are bendy, so you can adjust them to fit better, and I'm just saying, I mean, those mirrored lenses, am I right? They are fly AF. I wear these everywhere now. Like, not just mountain biking, but, like hiking as well. I might be one of those people now. I don't want to be, that just wears the big wraparound glasses around town, but I like them. So, what are you gonna do? Seriously though, they are excellent performers when it comes to sunglasses. That nice big wraparound keeps the glare out of the sides, and they're just an excellent pair of sunnies to have if you're hiking in the mountains or if you're regularly like kayaking, mountain biking, anything where there's a little bit of wind in your face, you need your eyes protected. Basically, these are my new favorite pair of like active pursuit sunglasses. I just like them a lot, and they fit well. They stay on my tiny face because of all the adjustability.
And lastly, something that we couldn't fit in the room exactly to show you, the Aquaglide Cirrus UL Tandem Kayak. Now, this thing we took on a 30-mile downriver trip, and it exceeded my expectations for what an inflatable kayak could be. The floor of the kayak is drop-stitched, which makes it super rigid. It's the same sort of technology you might see in a stand-up paddleboard.
Offers that serious rigidity in the base.
But apart from that, the seats were actually really comfortable, and there was tons of attachment points for securing your gear.
Great for a multi-day trip.
And it had all the features of a standard kayak, sometimes more. And there were mild rapids, and we went over a fair bit of rock with this thing, and it stood up perfectly, barely a scratch on it. So we actually have a couple videos featuring that kayak if you want to learn more, and we'll link to the product page as well.
And did we mention that UL stands for ultralight?
Yeah. This thing only weighs 20 pounds, which is next to nothing for an inflatable kayak of this size.
Because it was huge. Seriously, I'm really glad to have that thing. It's going to see some adventures this summer, I think. I mean, more adventures. That wraps it up, guys. Our 10 favorite pieces of gear from the year, or at least the 10 we picked to highlight.
Pretty cool stuff.
For sure.
Again, the links for everything we talked about are in the description, so be sure to check that out. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos featuring cool gear like what we talked about today.
And if you're already subscribed, well, thanks, you rock. But let us know what some of your favorite gear was this year that we tested, or that we should test. If you have a cool piece of gear that became your favorite this year, or if you've seen a lot of our reviews and one of those items made it into your top 10, we'd love to freaking hear about it.
And don't forget to check out our Patreon. One of the big perks is that you get entered for giveaways every month. A lot of the gear that we test on the channel, we end up giving away to our patrons. So thank you for your support.
Also, to those of you who, just like, share, and subscribe, we also appreciate that. You also rock.
But with that, we hope you had a great 2023.
And you're gonna have an even more awesome 2024, filled with all kinds of new adventures and new gear.
So happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that jazz.
And wander on.